Good morning.
Good morning.
Peace be with you.
Alright.
Not very well, not very well.
Huh?
I'm not very well. I'm going to hospital soon.
Oh, that's bad news.
I'm filming. I'm
filming.
going to the park to film.
Oh, that's very good.
Take care. That was a lovely gentleman that works at the shop. I don't know if you can hear me with this on. That old lady's passed me. The old gentleman at the bus stop is okay, and there's no one. Morning. Respect, respect, and no one. This is going to help me, are they? I'm going to have to do this myself. I warned YouTube. I'm going to see the government go down. No, I'm going to be humble and apologetic and get on my knees. Look at this beautiful frost, crow, twigs, grass, sun, and I could talk a lot about all that for a million years. Literally, you've seen my crack videos. None of that was real, by the way. Neither has been my Facebook, my text messages, my private life. The fact I've got a double walking around somewhere nicking bags from train stations, that's one thing I can prove. The fact that I've had one crackhead ex-friend, and don't call a crackhead until you've tried crack. And if someone's trying to kill you from day one of the relationship, I'm sorry for that shaking. I'm a very poorly man, and I can't go near the NHS. My fault, ultimately, but my mum knew what she was doing, so do I. My Facebook, my private life, it's not been the real Dave Barnes. I've been trying to give up, been trying to get killed. I've also been trying to do what Sean Bean did recently, and I don't mean win it, because there's courts and then there's public opinion. I literally said to my dad after 3 years of discussion of Facebook before joining it, I will destroy this thing or change it from the inside. As for the Conservatives, I've never voted. I was tempted to vote for Tony Blair because D. Reman thinks can only get better, but I did some research and thought I'll never vote for a two-party system in this country. You can shout at me. You could be Jeffrey Epstein. I'll take you on. Jonathan Pye. I'm on speed. I got spiked in Chesterfield on Sunday. I'm coming for you. I know you are. I've had 12 hours sleep in 5 days. I hear voices when I'm sober telling me to go to the park naked and die for my sins. I thought that for 3 nights before I ended up here naked in this very spot. You know what I've had out from my community? They've left me alone. That's all I've wanted the last 3 years, for people to leave me alone, to be honest, apart from the people I let near me. You know, like 2 crackheads that have been trying to get me to kill myself. And I haven't smoked crack or heroin since April, so I figured out everything I needed to know. I'm sorry it took so long. I'll blow your mind. Well, I've already done it because I'm getting hugs off people in town. When there's a fucking epidemic going on, killing people. My God, my nature, and that's what I've done the last 10 years. Not trusted a soul. Not in the sense you're thinking. We're talking about proving things here. I trusted my mother because we came up with this plan. I had to take most of it on myself because she had COPD and then cancer and died, and didn't want to discuss it further because my dad was so upset at the police knocking on the door that he wanted me out. even though I was the only one in the family that could calm him down and explain things to him rationally. You know, like, you don't have to be so... The BBC are tossers. Dan Walker works for BBC, I like him. I'll shake his hand. No. One of them. I think nature and God told me to leave these glasses be. Because I don't need them. I came up last night after I got home, where everyone told me to go in A&E with a suspected hernia, or I don't think so, but or ulcer. I've just rung the GP surgery, they're going to ring me back. I've made a 2-hour video apologising to Sean Bean and congratulating him on what he's done. I know exactly how it feels. The pain, the suffering and trauma, people that have spied on me for 10 years, lied about me, slandered me, tried to prove this, tried to prove that, on the loved ones and families involved, not me. You Who does that look like? Dominate the streets a better way. What, by deliberately picking spliff ends up for 2.5 years, hoping that someone will kill you? Because they've tried and tried and tried. They've poisoned me, they've stabbed me in the back. I don't mean like talking about you behind your back when I know there's fucking cameras and microphones and catfishing going on everywhere. And I'm a 32-year-old man in love with a nurse. But I meet an 18-year-old who was so spiritually on my level, connected, and it was natural, and everyone was against it apart from our parents and their parents who saw us together. And halfway through 2014 I was like, maybe I can back off from this war and live with this woman. I'm so proud of her, and I apologise for the pain I put her through. And her father was an angel. The real meaning of love and tolerance and understanding. We live in a society where one word on Facebook and you are, I'm not going to say cancelled because I've not been. Not yet. I'm hoping to end this psychodrama. 5 years, when people think it started maybe, or have they already seen that this started in 2011? Maybe through an act I did, but I'd never been to court for it, never will, I hope. Apologise for it, but I didn't take advantage of a young girl. We were both high on MDMA. There was a lot more dynamics to it, including other people. I felt sorry for what I did with her and her trauma ever since, and I don't know her name because I've deliberately forgot it, because if I did I'd probably have killed myself. And I don't know I'm alive today. By the grace of God. Well, I've kind of believed in since I was 8, and I go to Ladies Bridge and pray regularly for 10 years. Because a lot of people don't know about me, because I keep it in here while I'm blobbering on, making many mistakes as possible. There's a reason why I didn't get involved with the technology advanced so far at Sheffield United in 2008. It wasn't because I was hiding. I was getting ready for this war we've had for years. Left versus right, I'm sick of it. I estimate more than half the country want this government to I've had a minimum amount of cannabis with no THC in it in the last 5 days. Help me deal with this speed. I hate speed. I was injecting heroin and speed at 16 years old. You can ask my mate Aaron Fowler, my best mate, and I gave it straight up as soon as I moved out. I needed to know. I only took speed around times I was going at Mulberry Tavern because a woman offered it me and I didn't trust her. But I have done what my mum told me to do. What religion can teach you. And I'm talking about anyone else's religion. I'm talking about your own. You let people act in their nature long enough, have you ever woke up and just been really grumpy and first person you bump into on the street or you've had to deal with at work? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? We can all be shits to each other. We aren't thinking, hang on, he's got a million things going on in his head. Which my psychologist, if he's still around, can fucking prove. Even though I'm messing him around because I don't trust anyone from the NHS. Because I went in A&E 6 months ago and a doctor and two female young'uns. And I'm sorry, if you're not over 40, you're not young. You're not, you know what I mean? Young'uns, I'll call them. All have face masks on, which is weird, isn't it? I see a picture of a man that looks just like me when there was something going around on Reddit 4 years ago of a man who looks just like me about a bee sting when my mum warned me about bee stings when I was at school. Oh look, he's at his favourite shelter and he's not picking anything up. I best recycle that though, Greta. Do you know Greta Thunberg is one of the most inspirational human beings you've ever seen? That's what I genuinely believe since the minute I saw her. I don't give a shit about what she says because she'll regret it in 30, 40 years, like we all do. Angry? Pain? If I just calm down, I'm telling you I can put an act on and be as natural as fuck. I'm an unreliable witness in all this. That's why I'm not sought proof. I've not forced anything. The member of the NHS I was talking about, I said to Joy, do you ever want me to speak to you again? And she said, no. So I hung up and I've never spoke to her again. And I tried to stay away from the NHS. Even though I've needed the help. Like we all do, unless we've got money. Magpie. 2 magpies. And a beautiful... Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Up the Wales. Oh yeah, bring down the government. Definitely. I'm not talking about rebellion. You could do it in 10 seconds on the internet. Just point out any evil decision they've made in the last 11 years. Protect the NHS, Boris! What are you doing? Since you are fucking this big, protect the NHS. I think South Yorkshire Police know I'm ready to die today because I've been ready to die for years. I've been terrified of it. It's natural. The survival instinct kicked in somehow when I was literally hearing voices telling me to kill myself for my sins for days. Voices that controlled me. A man who would never expose himself in front of children unless someone has spied on me and has put it on the internet so kids can see it. And there's some monsters out there that like that sort of shit, as we all know. I've never took a photograph of my penis except for 2 porn videos me and a girlfriend made. She loved them. she was getting into all that, and I'm like, I'm not a big fan, to be honest with all this shit. But you know what? I'll keep them for a bit. I destroyed them when shit kicked off 4 years ago. The observant among you will notice I was given a Christmas present of all Christmas presents on cancer and COVID, which should be called what? COVID-19 version 20B. Delta was A. And there'll be 2 or 3 variants next year, as I predicted to myself in 2000 and whatever when I was studying viruses. 2? I read some books. Forcing myself not to read or learn anything new and appear as fucking dumb as the most stupid man on the earth when I can save people's lives, and I have done. Don't talk to me about suicide. Come and talk to me about suicide if you're suicidal. Seriously, when I'm well, because I need a break. I just want everyone to leave me alone, but I need the NHS's help, and I don't want to go near them. That's what this country has come to. Do I look like Jonathan Pye, really angry after a football match? If you're so progressive, Jonathan, why did we talk about progressive politics? I'm sorry to pick on you because I like your comedy, but I've seen it all before, mate. Me dad had. A lot of us have. That's amazing because I forgot. But I'm near a house I like walking past, and they've been putting beautiful artwork, supportive artwork up in it. I want to show it you. I need to calm down. Legends. Do you know how much support I got off Royal Mail? Do you know I can tell people with a bit... No, let's not go there. No, that's done. Let's just say a couple of us failed each other, but Marlinica is a man, as far as I'm concerned. He dealt with me professionally and gave me every chance for me to help myself. I didn't want to. I wanted to lose every job and get the fuck out of here. But my mother says, you're from Yorkshire, you're from Sheffield, you stand and fight. Don't go anywhere near them when they think they've won. When my dad were convinced we got out of EU. Oh, I never thought it would happen. I thought actually there's democracy in this country. And let's face it, control of our own laws and immigration. Nigel Farage can go off and off and off and off about all sorts, but they're the 2 main reasons why people wanted to be out. And to be honest with you, with the state of the NHS, and I'm not saying it's in a bad shape because they've saved countless lives, but these 40 hospitals, 10,000 nurses, I don't even want to get into it. I remember things because I've got a photographic memory. I'm good with dates. I'm also good at poker, but I've made out I'm not. This is the biggest poker game of my life. It's a bit weird, this fucking pandemic, because I'm shaking because it's cold. The best thing I've ever... The last few days, I felt so ill, but like just at peace, ready for... Hallamshire Hospital in the distance. I'm not going to zoom in. I am going to show you this. If you can see it, it says mercy triumphs over judgment. John 3:16. I'm going to call this video The Passion of the Christ. He don't shut the fuck up. You know, the comedy. Everyone knows I can put on a show. If you haven't worked out yet, I know how to get viral. Just let them do it for you. And I don't deny anything that ever happened in my life that I can remember, and I remember so much. 2020, I'll give up at 21 minutes, because that's what year we're in. Even though we've been here billions of years. Elon Musk invented the English language on Mars, for all I know. Who knows what's up there? Who knows what's going on? Let's not get into conspiracy theories. I go on what I can prove. I've been in court defending myself. They know I can do it. Just do a bit of research into what happened on the 19th. It's gone 21 minutes and 5 seconds. The 19th of the 12th, 2016. And that's nothing. But you know, every person on a certain woman's Facebook and every person in Sheffield who's watched me lie on Facebook and pretend to be 20, I don't know how many people, because I can mimic you. You know, when I've been studying you and what you do on Facebook, and I don't mean like stalking you, because Facebook is stalking, let's face it. They legalised stalking all of a sudden. No. I remember 800 people plus. My psychologist's mind was blown, literally, because his fake expression had disappeared. Because I know there's a lot of personal animosity between me and the NHS. That's all I'm going to say about it. I can prove it. I'm not going to. I've let the public decide, like Boris Johnson should. And thank you, good night. Except it's good morning. It's about 9 o'clock, Friday morning. And I said I'd end this at 22:22. It'll happen naturally. That's what I've been trying to let people. I've made promises to people that I love, and there are countless numbers of them, because I'm a human being, not interested in money, fame, power, any of that shit. Jesus Christ, what did he do? If he existed, let's just say it could be possible. Well, I saw on the Sheffield Star, and I'm not saying they're endorsing this, but they goddamn well printed it. The Sheffield Star printed "end begging." So I'm begging you, put your loving arms round. I walked in home last night at midnight, and I met a lady a lot of you in Sheffield know, called Tash. Recently lost her mother, and after she'd been chatting to a bloke because she'd had 8 wines, she turned round and her son went, "Do you know this is?" "Oh, I did. I can't remember. I've not had any sleep." And she saw me and went, "My mother died recently," and I felt a pain immediately. I could sense something wasn't right anyway. And I'm proud to be English. I'll tell you all why in another video in about 6 months, because I'm going to go and have some breakfast. 24 minutes. That's the answer to life then. Bye.